We have another huge NHL trade between the LA Kings and the Columbus Blue Jackets. Gavrikov was finally moved, but there's lots of other pieces too. We'll discuss the deal coming up next. So welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. As I mentioned, we have another huge NHL trade to discuss. This trade has not been officially announced by either of the teams as of yet, but in the wee hours of the morning, NHL insider Frank Saravalli did indicate there was a trade going down between the Kings and the Jackets, and it was involving goaltender Jonathan Quick as well as some other players. Then we see the breakdown here just a short time ago from a lot of reporters who have the intel and knowledge of the full scope of the trade. So here is the breakdown. Gavrikov, who has been waiting to be traded for a number of days now by the Jackets, is going to the Los Angeles Kings along with goaltender Jerard Korpisalo. So Korpisalo and Gavrikov are both pending unrestricted free agents. Korpisalo makes $1.3 million, Gavrikov making $2.8. So that's just a little over $4 million between the two contracts, $4.1 million, between the two. So that's good value going to the Kings. In exchange, the Jackets get veteran goaltender Jonathan Quick, who's also a pending UFA, making $5.8 million, as well as a first and third round selection. So the rumored asking price or agreed price on Gavrikov was a first and a third. That was the reported deal that Columbus had with Boston back, and it was just a matter of Boston clearing some things to be able to make that deal go through. Of course, they thought it was, a done deal type of thing. Boston had other plans, were kind of reneged on that deal for whatever reason, and made a bigger trade with Washington, getting Orlov and Hathaway. But we kind of knew that the Jackets were looking for a first and a third on Gavrikov, but after that deal went sour, many questioned and wondered if they might have to take a little bit less to make the deal happen with all these other trades that had happened. The market's starting to thin a little bit. So I guess you could say the demand changed over the last few days as we've seen all these deals get consummated well ahead of the NHL Trade Deadline. So a bit of an end of an era in LA. Jonathan Quick was there for a long time, multiple Stanley Cup winner, had a heck of a career. I'm a little bit surprised really here that they're moving him. I understand that Jonathan Quick hasn't had the greatest season. They were hoping to have a tandem of Jonathan Quick along with Cal Peterson this year. That was the plan and intention. It did not work out. Neither goalie really was having a good season. They brought in Phoenix Copley, who's basically saved the Kings season in a lot of ways. But Quick, I'm not really sure that trading him for Korpisalo was much of an upgrade, but I guess we will find out. Now, I guess the one difference is maybe they feel confident in Korpisalo on a longer-term basis. He is younger than Quick, and maybe they see that as more of a, like I said, more than just a rental. But we'll see if he'll re-sign with LA or how that works out. Gavrikov seemed intent on testing free agency, so I'm not sure what their odds are of LA re-signing Gavrikov. They'll probably have to wait and see, get him out there, get him playing, see how he fits with the team, see what he thinks about living in that area and all that. I mean, really, it's a kind of sells itself in a lot of ways, but it's not for everybody. So we'll see how things work out in that sense. So essentially, you get Gavrikov going to LA for a first and a third, like we thought he was going to Boston like a week ago or more. And then you get Quick and Korpisalo, essentially a one-for-one trade. The LA Kings also, with this, save cap space. They move out $5.8 million. They only take in $4.1. So that's a good savings there. So clearly, they can do other things with that cap space at the deadline, as they still have time to make other upgrades from around the other deals they might be talking about. So let me know your thoughts. I know LA has been rumored to be in on Jacob Chychrun. I wonder if trading for Gavrikov takes them out of that, or would they really want to try to add both? I mean, I don't know that they really need to add both considering all the young D that's in their system on a longer-term basis, but obviously they want to make a run for it and see what they can do in this playoff run. So Chychrun wouldn't be a rental, although Gavrikov could be. So we'll see how things go. Let me know your thoughts on this trade. I'm sure there'll be more to talk about later today, so stay tuned. We'll keep you up to date with all the news around the NHL Trade Deadline and beyond. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.